Right, we're going to head into this small thing and try and figure out where I am now, because I'm wondering if I might have gone too far down. Just sort of thinking about the way that I've approached it, I might have undercut one of the main areas. It just depends whether or not... Oh, what's that thing? Ah, it's the bad graphics. I might have headed too south too fast, but we'll see. The east to west approach is probably my preferred entry anyway for some of the military bases and airfields. But it's not a biggie, it's just a personal preference. We've got an hammer. There you in, mate. Oh. The V6 issues about here. Hydration seems to be a huge issue in this now. Obviously you can bring water around with you. I don't remember having to drink as much water in the game before, but maybe I did. Right, well there are definitely signs here, so I'm going to go to this one first. Sort of put a name to a place as quick as possible, because I don't want to get popped in the is ass. Right down there. Ah, I've been here before. Can't remember where I am now. Where's the sun? Right, I'm going to head west anyway. I think I'm going too south. My ultimate aim is to get to the middle military base. This could be Novi or Starry. Potato! I think we won't be searching for berries if that's okay. Not really a lot I can do to avoid running across a field. Just gotta do it, I guess. Another town over there, so that this does look promising. See if I recognise the Russian name anyway. Just going to be zoomed in on the approach just to... Yeah, okay, yeah. Pretty confident I know where I am. I think those trees there is where that military base is. I can't remember the exact route to it, probably because I used maps too much in the past. But I would have never known where anything was if I didn't. So again, I'm trying to go without using a map. I'm kind of in two minds about whether or not to just sack it off. Okay, yeah, we're here. And just use a map, but I've gone so long without a map now that it might be interpreted as bottling it. I don't know. I guess everyone uses a map. It's just I did want to use the in-game map item, but that's not possible. So I'm wondering if holding out from using a map is actually doing me any benefit. I really don't think it is. Not sure where that zombie's gone. The taking of the piss continues with the weapons. So the other interpretation of me not now seeing a zombie could be that somebody has killed it. However likely we want to decide that is. There is non-pond water here, but there's also water where I'm going, so... Which of course makes total sense. And now blurs my screen slightly. The worst. The actual worst. I can never remember where this water stand is. I always end up jogging around. Right, okay, for ages. So I'm just gonna... Oh, there it is. Suck it off. Can't be bothered. I seem to remember following this road for a bit, or heading diagonal out of here kind of led you to the place I want to go. I might be wrong. Probably am. Pauses are about. You're for real catching up with me. That's kind of funny. Oh my god. That is some good moves. Okay, so I have decided now I'm going to go in these bushes. I'm going to use a map to get me to my next location. Just because I cannot be bothered to wander around for absolutely ages and not find where I'm going. So I got the map up before, because I knew I was going to do this. Where am I? I'm here. I need to head west to Starry, above to Cabino, and down to the military base. Although I think I'm going to enter from between them, so I would have gone the wrong way without that. So that's much better. All I know is it definitely made the hunt for the water more interesting without the map, but again, I don't feel like dying. As much as I don't feel like running around getting smashed in, looking for somewhere I'm never going to find. I used to know this location quite well because this used to be my main route through DayZ would be to get to these locations, and then I knew I had to run diagonally out of one of them, but I can't remember which now. Like I say, it's been a few months. Starry I rarely ever go into. I was killed there last time I went by, that was on one of my first lives, but that guy was either an admin or a hacker, he teleported behind me. I tend not to ever go into there because the frame rate's so low. Even though it's such a small town. See if I can see anybody pottering about in it. It's very difficult. So we head sort of through these trees if I remember rightly. I'm going to visit this pond though to save me having to fret about water when I get to the next location. Okay. Can't be that soaked through, considering I only stood in it in my feet. Let's check the map before we go across that field. Also, is my video being weird again? No. So there's Starry, so that road goes up to Cabino. So if we head straight through this field, that should take me to where I want to go, which could be the end of my life. But we'll see. This point is one of the riskier points. Obviously going in the base is a danger zone. I remember there being some large hill before it. it there, but we'll see. I'd rather get to this tree line first before I start darting about. All I remember is there was some kind of hill before it you could overlook the base from. Is there any way for me to not be soaked? No, I'm not that bothered if I'm soaked, to be honest. So, that's a deer stand, which I've just passed. Heading straight across, there should be a road and then the military base. So Veriznik is the thing that I'm thinking of. I'm kind of heading in the road, so let's go this way. Very concerned about getting popped running across this field. I've had a couple of snaps come past me before. Now the servers are more full, but it depends on the spacing because the game is more spaced than it used to be. Right. That looks better. There we go. I definitely completely forgot this. I'm going to enter from sort of the southeast down here. Probably very limited odds that there will be somebody on that hill looking out now. If they do, there's little to nothing that I can do. Deer or a person? It's like a deer. Sort of the last chance to look around and take a breather before I have to make it straight into there. And that's one of the sort of illusions in this game, is when you run towards anywhere, you feel like it's more open than it is. Like that hill just looks barren, but when you actually get there, there'll be some depth to it and there will be some detail. Like it becomes more complex because it adds in obviously the scenery that you couldn't see before. So people looking out might not have the vantage that you think that they do. Okay, that's not a bad time to lose the message. So we're going to drop out and we're going to come back.